On the average, candidates from the major political parties spent a total of 9.1 billion on both campaign and election days in the Edo and Ondo governorship polls, with APC topping the list at 3.8 billion naira, PDP at 3.5 billion naira, and LP at 2.3 billion naira. Other smaller parties spent as low as 400,000 naira. This comes against the 1 billion naira maximum for governorship election expenses as stipulated by the 2022 Electoral Act.
One of the things that we saw that also was at play is the significant limitation which has to do with the reluctance of most political parties, candidates, and even vendors to some extent, especially the media, I must say, to disclose financial details that has to do with whatsoever the party or the candidate expended alongside. So it was quite difficult. And that is also attached to the word disclosure. Disclosure is also a big issue in the country regarding political finance. And as I speak to us today, if we look at the legal framework, when it comes to disclosure, it's also not well defined.
These and many more are some of the startling revelations from scientific and social findings collated by accountability group Kimpact Development Initiative (KDI) at the launch of a dashboard and report to track political campaign expenditure, specifically during the Ondo and Edo governorship elections. Titled Polymoney, the report is a comprehensive analysis of the breakdown of the estimated amount spent by candidates during the campaigns and election last year. The 1999 Constitution prohibits any association other than the political party from canvassing for votes or contributing to the funds of a political party or a candidate's election expenses. It appears this section of the Constitution has repeatedly been ignored by political parties through third-party financing and vote buying. Data collated from a comparative analysis in vote buying expenditure between APC and PDP during the 2024 Ondo and Edo governorship elections shows that a lot of money went into vote buying in both states by the major political parties.
On the election day expenditure, we looked at the polling agent mobilization fee. We looked at vote buying, as much as possible, estimate what vote buying looks like. Very many of us reading the observation report of most organizations. One major thing that was obvious from the report of most of the organizations that observed, accredited observers, was the fact that vote buying was obvious in the two elections, and it was done with impunity in the two elections.
Over the years, the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) has undertaken significant initiatives to strengthen the regulatory oversight of political finance in Nigeria. INEC produced detailed guidelines in a political party finance handbook and manuals and other election expense tracking programs.
The role of money in elections cannot be overemphasized. While financial resources are essential for the conduct of campaign, there is a compelling need to ensure that political financing remains within the legal limits and does not become a tool for undue influence, vote buying, or the subversion of democratic principles. Honestly speaking, campaign financing is a very bitter pill for the candidates and political parties to swallow. It has been a barrier for participation of many credible individuals in political space.
On strengthening democratic governance, the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission explains how it has tried to improve campaign finance through monitoring and legislative frameworks in Nigeria.
When financial inducement and other irregularities interfere with the electoral process, they raise questions about the legitimacy of outcomes and the ability of leaders to govern effectively. The role of money in electioneering can influence voter choice and affect the broader democratic process.
Experts suggest that consistent monitoring and transparency in campaign finance can prevent overspending and promote compliance with electoral regulations. Juliet Obata, Arise News.